So we just talked about the trajectory and evolution of breast implants, and we saw that the BIA-ALCL is a real thing, and it was linked more to the textured implants. However, it can happen with any breast implant, and we saw how um, that is surrounded. It's the surrounding fluid and the scar tissue. These are implants that actually have been removed from people, and you can see some of the things inside of the capsule. There's a couple here with capsules, and you can see the actual implants. Now, when you're looking for your surgeon and trying to pick your surgeon, you want to find a surgeon that is going to do a total en bloc and remove it completely intact, that is going to remove all of the inflamed tissue and any swollen lymph nodes. They can send that off to pathology, a surgeon that is going to offer you your implants back. And it's very important because you don't want any of this spilling into your body. And so we see that it's already dangerous enough, and you can see how these implants actually can make you feel sick if they're inside your body, and being out is the best thing for you to have done. But there's an estimated between 5 and 10 million women worldwide have surgery either for cosmetic reasons, following a mastectomy, they're transitioning from a male to a female. There's concern for breast implant illness here, and it's not being recognized a lot by the World Health Organization. And so why is that important? Because the term breast implant illness is a term created from women who suffer from various symptoms they believe are caused from their breast implants. If you look at these breast implants, how could they not be making you sick? How could they not be making you feel unwell? But according to the World Health Organization, who monitors for the incidence and prevalence of diseases and related conditions, they have an international classification of disease called an ICD-10 code. These are diagnostic standard tools created by the WHO for monitoring the incidence and prevalence of disease and related conditions. What does this mean? This means when you go to the doctors, you are diagnosed with an illness, you're given an ICD-10 code for reimbursement and purposes from the insurance companies. Right now, when you go to the doctors and even if they say, I think you have breast implant illness, there is no ICD-10 code. So they have to put maybe you have breast pain or a symptom, but there's no ICD-10 code. So the insurance is not going to necessarily pay. If you have a capsular contracture, something of that nature, there are ways that maybe under a certain diagnosis, your insurance company will pay for your procedure. If you have a diagnostic imaging such as an MRI or an ultrasound, something that shows you have a ruptured implant, your insurance may pay. Take that into consideration. They may also tell you what doctor is in your network that can perform your surgery. That also takes your advocacy out of your hands, and it dictates your care once again. So you want to be able to pick your surgeon. This is a specialist, not the person next door to you, the closest surgeon to you, but the person that is in best care of your health and wellness, that is going to be able to care for your breast implant illness by explaining the procedure to you, by explanting it properly, by helping you recover properly. There are resources available monetarily wise to help you pay for your procedure. So when you call these surgeons, they have something called a care credit where you can put it on there. You can save up money, and maybe like I did half of it down. I saved half of my money down, and then I put the rest on care credit, and I paid it over a year's time. So that way it was interest free for me. if you can't afford that and you needed to pay for the insurance to have a longer period, if there's a will, there's a way. You know, we pay for iPhones, we pay for all of these things. If you don't have your health, you have nothing else. And to me, my health, I put it off, I put it off, I put it off. I was taking care of everybody else, doing everything for everybody. I was trying to be worked up for my problem. I was being told it wasn't my breast implants. I'm like, why am I having this pain for 3 years? What is going on? Why is my blood pressure spiking to 200 because of the pain? All of my workups were negative. And then, you know, then this rash and all these symptoms that we're going to get onto in the next slide about the symptoms, you know, and all of the pieces of the puzzle came together. And I'm like, 100,000 million trillion %, it is my breast implants. Listen to me. I'm telling you, and I need them out. Okay. And I need them out properly. And I had to go upon myself to figure it all out, navigate the waters by myself, because there was no book for me, and I wanted it done right. I know that my surgeon's important. I know that is exactly what I needed, and I needed to get them out properly. I had one shot at this because I wasn't going to go through this twice. All right. So just going down to the surgeon that's local that says, okay, well, you know, we might not be able to take the whole capsule out because it's not safe, but we'll just quote unquote burn the shit out of it. We'll just leave it in there, but just burn the shit out of it. What? Oh God. You know, I mean, are you going to do that and risk leaving that in there? Why would you want to burn the shit out of it? When you have a microsurgeon, you know, background that's fully capable of doing it, but you have to travel, you know, you have to do what you have to do with your body. So you need to know the choices you have available to you so you can make true informed choices for your care. But know that if you've never had a breast implant in you and you're choosing and thinking about getting breast implants, know that down the road, you might be like me. You might be so excited about having these breast implants. They're awesome. They're cool. They're beautiful. And, you know, you feel so much better about yourself. And then a couple years later, your body's having to gain weight to carry the load of these huge breasts. And, you know, quite frankly, it was hard to find tops because everything would pop out. So there was no button up tops really, you know, because if you buttoned up here, it was big down there. The back pain just from carrying it. So, you know, I was hunching for so long. I was hunching over because I had these big, heavy breasts that I was carrying. So even when I got them out, I was still hunching over and I didn't need to anymore. I'm like, I can sit up. So I have back problems from carrying those things for so long. So those are just the physiological effects, let alone the other effects, you know, that I suffered physically, medically, you know, the illnesses, the brain fog, the fatigue, which we'll get into, all because my breast implants were causing me issues. And I had them in for over 20 years. And if I had known that they were not, you know, I was told they were safe. Yeah. And it's silicone in your body. And so it's just something you have to decide for yourself. But this is what they can look like. Yeah, there's a chance of rupture. I was in a car accident. I thought I was being safe. So I got a second set. I said, I want to make sure I don't have anything spilling into my body. I got the saline implant. I got them under the muscle. I got in a car accident. So I just said, you know what? I'm just going to go get new implants because I want to make sure there's no rupture. I don't want anything leaking into my body. So I got a second set. And, you know, I was young and I just didn't know better, you know? I just didn't. So years later, all these things happened to me, and then I knew. Then I found out. And now that's why I'm here teaching you guys so you can really have informed choices. So if you don't have implants, no, I don't recommend them. And when you pick your surgeon, if you know about breast implant illness and you're a surgeon and you're explanting and you know that the implants are harmful and you're you're explanting this person and you're going in and implanting the other person, I crossed that surgeon off the list. I was like, no way. There's nobody, I'm not picking any surgeon that is hurting people. We took an oath as medical providers to do no harm. And as far as I'm concerned, that is harming a patient. That is harming a person. So I choose no surgeon that's going to be putting implants in people. I just want a surgeon that is an expert explant surgeon. So when I went through hundreds of people, literally, that was one of my, I'm crossing off the list. You are implanting people, you're just completely crossed off the list. You can't do a total in block, you're crossed off the list. So then your list really narrows down, you know? So there are a few out there that are really good, you know, and you have to be careful when you start going to these, there's sites out there that are there to help you and give you a list of surgeons out there. Be careful, because what if there's kickbacks or some kind of, like, you know, promotions and deals, and you know, that's so uncool. And you're not being fair and taking off good people and great, excellent surgeons, you know, because when you rise up and you start speaking, you have surgeons that are out there backing you as a woman and showing the public that this is what I'm taking out of this person's body. They're videotaping these surgeries, and they're spending their time, and they're dedicated from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed every day to teach you about breast implant illness and show you what's going on with these breast implants and exposing truth. That's the surgeon I want. I want somebody who's working the front line. I want somebody who's putting it on the table, showing me the facts. Look, there's no hiding it. You know, you can't unsee this stuff. Once you see it, your eyes are unveiled. You see the truth. You see why it's important to have it come out in one in block. You see why you need all come out intact. You see why right here, the FDA even tells you BIALCL is linked to the surrounding scar tissue and the fluid. Right? Where's the fluid? It's in the capsule. Why would you want that opened up? Why wouldn't you want a total in block? Would you want that spilling out in your body? Oh God, I just spilled my water. I got so excited talking about this. Lord Jesus. But you know what? I'm real. I'm going to keep it moving, because that's what I do. And I just want you guys to know that's how passionate I'm so upset that this happened to me, that I got sick from it. You know, I'm still dealing with this, and I'm so much better than I was a year ago, but I had them in for over 20 years. And now I have 1 year down of healing, and I'm going to keep going. And so instead of having breast pain every single day, 24/7, it comes and goes. And I feel my body healing. And we're going to get into detoxing in a little bit, and you're going to be so excited about that. But the first part of detox is getting the root cause. You have to get to the root cause. And what's the root cause? It's the implants. You have to get the implants out. So that's why I'm spending a lot of time on this slide, because I want to share with you how important it is. I want you to look. I want you to see this. You don't know what's inside your body until it's taken out. You don't know what's inside your body until it goes off to pathology. So you just know your symptoms. And if you're questioning, you're doubting, you're wondering what's the best thing, to me, there was no doubt. It was like, who's going to get these out? Who is the best person for me? These need to come out. And how am I going to get them out? How am I going to afford it? You know, I was in the same boat as you guys. You know, I work every day, and I have a family, I have children, and so, you know, I'm like not rich, and so I had to get a loan too, and I had to make it happen, and you have to make it happen for you. And so we just have to make ourselves a priority. And that's what you need to do. Make yourself a priority. Stop making everybody else a priority. Make you a priority. Because when you're well, nothing's going to stop you. When you're down because you don't feel good, you're defeated. but we're here together as best friends to lift each other up when we're down. I'm going to pull you up. Our community's going to pull you up, and we're here and we're rallying around you, and we're not going to let you go. We're going to pull you out, and we're going to help you through this whole thing. And your first step was just coming here, showing up, and doing this class. So I'm proud of you for even doing that. You're learning right now to advocate for yourself. You took a big step by investing in yourself right now. That tells me you're serious. So when you invest in you, I invest in you. So good job for you.